Betrayal. You know the feeling. You eagerly buy a game on launch, only to be met with constant crashes, or even worse, the game refusing to start on your perfectly good hardware. And I'm not talking like your PC has a Dorito chip. I'm talking you got a broken, busted game. No problem, I'll just return it. Whoops! You bought one of those collector's editions. You can't return it. So you run over to their forums and you just ask them, guys, I was just wondering if... I'm sorry, that just never happens. So you go over to their forums and you say in all caps, "You dirty mother..."
Whoa, he's mad.
Ah! But what if I told you that there's more to this story? What if I told you that there's a reason why these developers are shipping broken games, and it's not what you think? A reason so big that these companies could go under if they even spoke about it. After being in the game industry for over 10 years, I'm going to reveal some of these inside secrets that might just shock and surprise you. So buckle up, this is going to be one wild ride. I've seen this multiple times where a game developer has a huge communication outreach to their community, only at launch to get very quiet about that issue that leaves you with an unplayable game. And because they've built up this awesome community, hyped up for 6+ months on a drip feed of trailers, screenshots, and influencers playing it, you're wondering, why the hell did they go radio silent? Now you're just left to speculate with the other players you've made friends with about what's the cause of the problem. Was it because of lazy QA teams not doing their job? Was it because they forgot to buy the gamer hardware?
Graphics
was
cards.
it Bagel Wednesday? Was
Graphics
it Taco
cards.
Tuesday? Or maybe it was Tequila
Just say
Friday?
graphics, come on.
To order pizza without the pineapple? Who does that?
Just let it out.
Did they use an
Break your
Xbox
NDA.
Series X instead of an Xbox One X? That's really confusing. Microsoft, why would you do that? I don't know. Did somebody
just say
submit their
this
changes to the build at
or
4:30 p.m. on a Friday? Don't lie to me, Jeff. I know you did it once. Or was it just... Jeez, man. You're a persistent little chicken. No. It all boils down to a little term we call resourcing. Now, resourcing is a generic term used in business to talk about time, money, or personnel you can use to make a thing or solve a problem. But in gaming, resourcing is important to budgeting. A game publisher, you know, like the EAs and the Activisions of the world, usually spell out the amount of money dedicated to the game based off of comparables. It's just a term for what previous games have sold for. These publishers also happen to be publicly traded corporations, which have another obligation to anticipate the profit and loss to investors every quarter, or their stock price tanks. This balancing act causes a lot of tension because games are kind of incompatible with Wall Street. You see, Wall Street wants to see predictable profits every quarter, and games don't get made on a quarterly basis. With the average AAA game taking 5 years to make at this point. 5 years! It's insane! You have to do some fun accounting tricks to prove to your investors that the sequel to your really awesome game is going to make you a ton of money, and if you have to delay the game because it's not good enough, you start to run over budget real quickly. This is why resource planning is paramount to everybody on the ladder.
Coach, put me in. I'm ready to do some resource planning.
All right, so here's a pop quiz for everybody. When you've got 99 problems, got 10 software engineers, but you've only got 6 working days before code log. However, only 2 of these problems will cause the game to crash at startup. How many problems on average does each engineer need to solve to prevent the game from crashing at startup?
Take the 99 guys and then you shove them all in a box.
Okay, pencils down.
42.
Trick question. You need the guy from the gamer hardware manufacturer to fix the drivers, or else half your audience isn't going to be able to play the game.
That was such a bunk test anyway.
Now, you can see that even with the most perfect resource planning, your entire game launch can be botched by an external third party that might just be running your servers, or maybe you find a bug in the gaming hardware driver. Better let your hardware manufacturers know before you ship that game to customers, right? Hello, you've reached Gamer Hardware Co. Hey, yeah, I found a bug in your driver. Can you prove it's our driver? Yeah, I know it's your driver because it's your DLL. I don't have the symbols for it, man. I can't do anything. That just sounds like fake news to me. I did my own research. Look, I'm letting you know about this bug because my game's gonna launch in 3 months. Did you do your own research? Yes, I'm sure it's your driver because I don't have the symbols for it. You tried changing every int to a float so you can play them yourself? The call stack points to your DLL. You try rebooting it again? Yes? No, I mean like the whole franchise, like making it all dark and gritty, more like GTA. No! Help me out here. Don't throw me a bone. Something. Did you flush your pixel buffer twice as a courtesy to the last guy? Yes. All right, set the turbo RGB slider to 37. Then look for the setting that says spline reticulation. Now turn it to null. Okay. All right, now find the file called wishes.txt and then write down what you really wish you were making. I already did that. All right, did that fix it? It's still crashing and it points straight to your driver. Oh, that DLL issue. Yeah. We get calls for that a lot. Oh, great. Well, how soon can you fix it? Well, you're in luck, sir. We've already fixed the issue. It's in the next driver release. Well, how long does that take? Sorry, sir. You'll have to wait for the driver release in 6 months. Whoa. What? Hey, we're working as fast as we can. Wait for 6 months for the driver release. My game comes out in 3 months. I don't have time for that. What do I tell my customers? Tell them you're not done with your last apology tour over the last multiplayer feature. No, this is my boss. My boss is gonna kill me. No, come on, you gotta do better than that. Tell me you're from Montreal. I already added the auction house to my place. I gotta take that shit out. No. Tell me you're taking a mental health day after watching the last Marvel movie. All of these problems compound when you're building a new gaming IP which doesn't have a successful gaming formula figured out yet. Or maybe you're just using a new game engine to support something that's never been done before. Or even worse, you're supporting a new console that has a new software development kit. Game development is like building an airplane. An airplane that's falling from the sky, and you need to make sure you don't crash and burn before the release date set by your publisher. I'm in flashbacks here, guys. Things get further complicated when you ship your game on consoles, as they have a set of rules and requirements called TRCs, or technical requirement checklists, that you must abide by, or else you're not shipping anything on that platform. Hey, by the way, if you want me to do a video on TRCs, I can do one. Just leave a comment, okay? So when you see a game that extends their release date by less than a month, you can almost guarantee that it's an issue that violates some TRC out there. This is called failing submission. Now, folks who fail submission don't do it because they somehow got blindsided by some obscure rules. Developers who've shipped a game on console in the past know exactly what's going to make them fail submission before they even submit the final build. Put yourself in the game developer's shoes. You've been working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, just to get the game out. And frankly, you're just delirious, and you're probably making little simple mistakes here and there. Human productivity doesn't really scale when you got more bloodshot eyes open on code. And this is how you get yourself into making silly mistakes that will cause a game to fail submission. And yeah, I'm willing to die on the hill for this argument, okay? If you're looking for advice on how to manage teams, you should contact me because I've helped teams improve their morale as well as ship software with less bugs. This is what I do on a daily basis. What can change from underneath you as a QA team are those pesky updates that just come at you all the time. For example, you may have a perfectly well-coded game, but there's just a driver or an operating system component that just tanks the performance. You might be thinking, no big deal. Developers just need to name and shame them so the hordes of Reddit trolls can come and push that company to update their drivers. That never happens. The major game developers have business relationships with all those major gaming hardware vendors. And because they've signed non-disclosure agreements, none of those publishers are in any hurry to violate that contract. Remember, kids, there's an important relationship every game developer needs to have. But it's not with you, Jake Quellen. I'm looking at you. It's with these third parties, and they usually come with their own share of problems. One thing that your perfect resourcing exercise can never account for are these external companies. So you may have a bug-free game, but it crashes due to a bug in the external driver that you have no control over. But actually, guy over here represents your typical customer. He's laid down 60 bones, he was disappointed by the last Marvel movie, and is pissed. So he's gonna go over to the publisher's website and they're gonna write a wall of text about how they feel you should fix the problem. But remember that partner NDA they signed? It puts the developer in a super tight spot. You can tell your customer something generic like, we're aware of the issues and we're working diligently on a fix. You know, boring words that people are going to ignore. But the reality is there is no fix for the game. There is no fix for the game. So it all falls under the gaming hardware manufacturer to ship the fix. Let's see how well that does. Sir, okay, sir, I understand you're upset about the timeline, but your fix isn't part of our phasing strategy. Boss is gonna kill me. You can tell them you're working on the fix. No. What, you think you're the only one out there with problems? Put yourself in my shoes. I'm in this office. I'm taking care of things. I'm making sure the software gets shipped on time. All right? I've got customers too. They're just more important than yours. I'm on the phone. No, don't put any pineapple on the pizza. That's dumb. What? I love pineapple pizza. Why would you say that? I do not like the fact that we signed this contract. Hey man, not my problem. Have a good day. Have a good day. Thanks for calling. Fix your driver! Sir, don't take that tone with me. I don't have time. Fix it now! All right, yeah, sure. Just send it over. We'll get it to you right away. Fix your driver! GG. No callbacks. Have a good crunch. Hey, you guys, you gotta stop putting that fire out. This kid's got a bug. We gotta fix right away. Oh, his company's gonna fail because they don't put pineapple on their pizza. With the sheer complexity of cloud services, gaming hardware manufacturers, and first-party console makers, publishers take the brunt of your angry messages. And oh, by the way, these NDAs go both ways. So if you think you're gonna get smart and just take it to the gamer hardware manufacturer customer service, they ain't saying nothing either. So what can be done to solve this? Well, as a game developer, it's kind of hard. You need to be directly connected to the gaming hardware manufacturers, the OS makers, the first-party console makers, so that when you do run into an issue, you can actually get it fixed. None of these companies want to take the blame, and you as a developer don't want to burn your bridge with these folks because they sometimes hold the key to your game working correctly, and even more importantly, some marketing dollars that could be the difference between your game being profitable or not. So game developers and publishers just need to smile and say, we're working diligently on the fix. So before you drop trow and take a dump over a perceived lazy QA department, know that game developers are lying to you, but for a very good reason. Hey, you made it to the end, so that means you probably care about the video game industry and you probably care that the QA guys get treated right. Or at least you know that they should be treated right. So I would really appreciate it if you put a thumbs up on that video because it does two things. One, it tells me to make more insider videos like this. And two, it helps to spread the truth around on YouTube because there's a lot of misinformation about lazy QA and this game sucks and everything. Like, I want to put a stop to that. Also, get equipped with my next video where I uncover the sneaky tactics developers use to ride the game engine hype cycle to market their games. I think you'll be surprised when I can talk about what we said in the marketing department versus what developers were actually doing behind the scenes. This is a must-watch for anyone who's interested in hearing an insider's perspective about the game business. Link is in the card in the corner of the screen. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you at the next one.